Hello friends, I am Sunil Ranjan and I am an English teacher. Well, in this session, I have come up with the word campaign and how differently we use this word in different sentences. So, I would like to say those sentences and then you will notice how well you too can express your ideas very well while communicating in the form of speaking or in the form of writing. So, now the word is campaign and the spelling is CAMPAIGN. So, campaign, the pronunciation is campaign. So, now the meaning of campaign. The meaning is to organize a series of activities. The meaning is to organize a series of activities or to try to achieve something. So, to organize a series of activities to try to achieve something. And another one is a plan consisting of a number of activities. A plan consisting of a number of activities directed towards the achievement of an aim. This means campaign is a verb also and a noun also. Fine. So, campaign, to organize a series of activities or a plan consisting of a number of activities. Well, I begin with the first sentence and the first sentence goes, his speech gave fresh momentum to the campaign. His speech gave fresh momentum to the campaign. Means there was some fire in the speech and everybody heard that speech and everybody felt energized. So his speech gave fresh momentum. Momentum, the power, the speed to the campaign. So it was full of energy. That is the speech. Anyway, they began a grassroots campaign. They began a grassroots campaign to encourage people to shop locally. They began a grassroots campaign, means at the ground level. So, the common people, the general people, they encourage them to shop locally, means to buy things from the local shops. Perhaps not going online. Anyway, the third sentence is the candidates are on the campaign trail. Now, campaign trail means they are traveling around to attract people. So, the candidates are on the campaign trail. Now, the next sentence is the government has intensified the army campaign. The government has intensified the army campaign against the terrorists. So, it is army campaign, means the army has been activated by the government against the terrorists. Now, the next sentence is, during his election campaign, he promised to put the economy back on its feet. So, maybe the prime ministerial candidate is saying this. So, during his election campaign, means some leader. So during his election campaign, he promised to put the economy back on its feet, means getting the economy back to its earlier position and in a better position rather. So now the six sentences, they thought they had campaigned successfully for reform. They thought they had campaigned. Now see, here it is used as a verb. So, they thought they had campaigned successfully for the reform. Means some changes had to take place and the positive changes, what you call reform. Now, the next sentence is, we cannot conduct prolonged campaigns on our own. We cannot conduct a campaign. So, we cannot conduct prolonged campaigns on our own. Means we cannot continue with the campaign for a long time. So, prolonged campaign. So, that's the meaning here. Now, the next sentence is, their campaign is to be aimed. their campaign is to be aimed at socially deprived families. Means the socially deprived families have been taken care of. So their campaign is to be aimed at socially deprived families. Now the sentence number 9. Now they have mounted a propaganda campaign against the government. See how beautifully the word has been used here. They have mounted a propaganda campaign against the government. Now the next sentence is they have worked night and day to publicize their campaign. Means they want to make it very popular, that the people get to know about the campaign. So they worked the sentence is they have worked night and day to publicize their campaign. Now the next sentence is the campaign was designed. See how nicely the word is being used here. So the campaign was designed to increase public awareness of the problem. The campaign was designed to increase public awareness of the problem. So, now the next sentence is campaign leaders were caught flat-footed. Campaign leaders were caught flat-footed when the opinion polls suddenly started to swing the other way. A standard sentence, yes. Listen carefully. Campaign leaders were caught flat-footed. Now, caught flat-footed means they had no answer. Maybe their campaign was not successful enough to impress the people. So, the campaign leaders were caught flat-footed when the opinion polls suddenly started to swing the other way. Means what they had decided did not happen. What they had expected did not happen. But everything went the other way. Now the next sentence is every single ad in the campaign, ad here, advertisement. Every single ad in the campaign has been a gem. Means the ad was very successful. So it has been compared to a gem or the diamond. So it was very successful. So every single ad in the campaign has been a gem. Now the next sentence is the sales campaign was very effective. The sales campaign, the campaign that had been carried out to increase the sales of maybe some business organization. So the sales campaign was very effective. The next sentence is the government has launched an advertising campaign to encourage people to vote. The government has launched an advertising campaign. Now people don't come out to vote in many places. So the government advertises. So the sentence is the government has launched an advertising campaign to encourage people to vote. Fine. Now the next sentence is they need someone to coordinate the whole campaign. Coordinate means maintaining the balance. How to balance the campaign? Because in many areas when things are working, then there is the need of coordination so that they work smoothly together. So they need someone to conduct the whole campaign. Now the next sentence is she explained the thinking behind the campaign. Means she said what was the idea behind the campaign. So the next sentence is his election campaign has won endorsement from several prominent personalities. His election campaign has won endorsement. Means many prominent people, many well-known people have supported that person. So his election campaign has won endorsement, means been supported by from several prominent personalities. Okay, now sentence number 19. In June of 1968, Robert Kennedy was shot to death. Robert Kennedy, an American. So in June of 1968, Robert Kennedy was shot to death while campaigning in California. So when he was campaigning for election in California, he was shot dead. So in June of 1968, Robert Kennedy was shot to death while campaigning in California. The next sentence is the endless public appearances. The endless public appearances are an essential part of an election campaign. I repeat, the endless public appearances means there was no end to coming in public. So, the endless public appearances are an essential part of an election campaign. This means you have to be in the public most of the time because if you are contesting, some election. Okay, next sentence is she is the campaign organizer. She is the campaign organizer for the newly formed party. I repeat, she is the campaign organizer for the newly formed party. Means some party has been newly formed and so she is the campaign organizer. Means she manages the things in the party. Now, we seem to have forgotten why we are fighting this campaign. How nice this sentence. We seem to have forgotten means it seems that we have forgotten why we are fighting this campaign. So this is the sentence. Now the next sentence is she says that the campaign is aimed specifically at young people. So the target is young people. So she says that the campaign is aimed specifically at young people. And the next sentence is they are strongly campaigning against the building of new apartments in that area. They are strongly campaigning against the building of new apartments in that area. Means the people are against the building of new apartments in some area. So they are campaigning against means they are raising their voice against building of new apartments in that area. And the last sentence, my dear friends, is both sides have been accused. Both sides have been accused of waging a dirty campaign. Both sides means there are two sides. So both sides have been accused of means they have been blamed. So they have been accused of waging a dirty campaign. A campaign can be healthy also and a campaign can be dirty also. Here we have the dirty campaign. So both sides have been accused of waging a dirty campaign. So my dear friends, this is the end of this session and I hope you understood the sentences very well and see how differently we can express our ideas. If you have subscribed to my channel, well, it's fine. Thank you very much. If you haven't, then do subscribe because then you will be getting to know more and more about the different varieties of English language. Thank you.